In our morning rounds, the CrossFit star who built a following by rebuilding herself. Her name is Christmas Abbott. Yep, Christmas Abbott. She's a muscular new force in the world of fitness. Jim Axelrod shows us how she became battle-tested inside and out. Jim, good morning.
Good morning. Calories in, calories out is a familiar mantra for anyone chasing a healthier body. But to earn the body of what Christmas Abbott calls in her new book, a badass, well, that's going to take a lot more effort.
I get heavy.
If appearance matters, and in the world of fitness, it certainly does, Christmas Abbott looks like an athlete at the top of her game. But the 33-year-old CrossFit competitor, weightlifter, and fitness model hasn't always resembled the picture of perfect health.
I was in terrible shape. I had almost a decade of, really destroying my body.
She smoked too much, drank too much, and says she could barely run a mile.
It was devastating to me. At 22 years old, I couldn't run a mile, and when I finished it, it took me a week to recover. So I wasn't interested in fitness.
That first attempt to complete a short distance run came during a pivotal time in Abbott's life and in an unlikely place, the Green Zone in Iraq, where she was working as a civilian contractor.
How close did the war come to you?
It came in the campground. My first month there was only a few weeks, and I panicked. I did everything wrong. That was such an epiphany for me. And in that moment, I realized I didn't want to die.
Abbott quit smoking and started hitting the gym. But it was an exercise video she saw online that really hooked her on fitness.
I was just amazed because there was these three teeny little girls my size, and they had beautiful bodies. The girl cries at the end, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to do a workout that makes me want to cry.
What were they doing?
They were doing CrossFit.
2 reps in.
After 4 years in Iraq, Abbott returned to the U.S. and began coaching CrossFit classes
So step up, squeeze.
at this park in downtown Raleigh. She soon opened her own gym and went to work developing her brand. Fearless, focused, ferocious. There's nothing she won't try, including a brief detour changing tires on a NASCAR pit crew.
NASCAR is, let's just say, largely a male world. And so how were you treated?
I was treated really well.
Was it tough to be a woman?
It's never tough to be a woman.
When it comes to diet, Abbott likes to keep it simple and prepares the same breakfast every day: eggs, peanut butter, and an apple.
You're looking for a balance of hormonal response. Every meal, every snack, you need a balance of protein, carbohydrate, and fat.
But if you boil Christmas Abbott and her approach to life down to one word, well, it's right there on the cover of her book.
When I throw that word out, badass, what does it mean to you?
You gotta embrace it. It doesn't mean that you have to be the most fit, the strongest, or the fastest. It just means that you have to have the will to try.
Christmas Abbott's will is now trained on a climb to the top, a journey that begins with the bottom.
What are you concentrating on?
I'm concentrating on the booty.
The booty.
Yeah,
The backside.
the backside.
If you take care of your backside in the way that you're advocating, you're saying there's benefits for your whole body?
Absolutely.
Like what?
Like tighter abs, legs, arms.
I think if you're really quiet, you can hear the sounds of people, women, throwing their coffee mugs against the television right now as we're talking. Because they're just not buying that they can transform.
They have to believe in themselves. From someone that didn't believe in myself until my mid-20s, hell, even towards my late 20s, I didn't really believe I was capable of what I truly was capable of. Failure is only failure if you stop trying.
This past weekend, Christmas Abbott lifted an impressive 176 pounds to take first place at a weightlifting competition in Tacoma, Washington. All the more impressive when you realize she barely weighs 120. It's earned her a spot at the national championships, which will take place this summer.
But were you keeping up with her? Barely. And that, by barely, I mean not at all.
Yeah, she looks fantastic,
My
Jim.
goodness.
She looks fantastic. Was she born on Christmas Day? Where is that name?
Well, let's just say her mother's favorite holiday is not Easter.
Oh, got it, got it. Words you will never hear me say, a workout that makes me want to cry. But she certainly earns the name Badass. She's amazing.
Just sign up for CrossFit.
No thanks. I'm going to sit right here with you. Thank you, Jim.